You never, I always feel like it takes all this time and then you go back to watch it and you're like, oh, I was live that whole time. And you're just like looking and okay, now I'm gonna also record on the cloud here as well.
Mm.
And here we go. Welcome, everyone. This is our last interview of the summit, and I have to say, I have been just so excited. It's like the grand finale here because I've had the pleasure of interviewing Erin before, and to this day, I think about that interview because it was just so much fun and it's so delightful, and your energy. Well, just being in the presence of you is the
Mm.
shift. So, and then behind that shift is so much wisdom that you're going to share with us today.
Yeah,
So, Erin, welcome, and I'm just going to let you like tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
sure. Always an honor to be here and connect with everyone and share the magic. Yeah, my name's Aaron Pyne. I'll go by the Elven Wizard, which is my avatar form, which I'll get into in a bit. So yeah, gosh, I started my sort of spiritual journey about 22 years ago, or at least realized it when I was 17, and kind of woke up to my spirituality and meditation and spirit guides and dimensions and energy healing. And so last, it's hard to believe, but last 22 years, I've dedicated everything I've got to bringing forth this understanding and to help people connect with their spirit, their essence, their avatar. Unravel all the limitations and traumas and stories, and really tap into uh, everyone's potential and really bring that forth to help this world out through teaching, through meditation, through energy work, through my artwork, through doing graphic design for other healers and teachers and helping them bring out their gifts to the world. So my life's been full on dedicated to this path and in service to help humanity. And in the last 4 years, I've created a new program called Inner Realms Journey. That's been really my a masterpiece, if you will, of everything I've done over the years. And it is a meditation, guided meditation, bit of a game experience, transformational journey with beautiful audio journeys that takes you on this process to connect with your avatar, your magical self, and bring that to life. And I've woven in mythology and fantasy and story and many different styles of meditation and healing to make it a whole new experience. And very excited to be working with it's for adults and kids, but I'm going to be working with a children's hospital. We're going to start implementing at a hospital, which is super exciting. My new book's out that goes along with it. So it's just a new way of tapping into your spirit and your essence and the frequency of your magic. So that's,
I love it. You know what I love about is that you always make it fun
yeah.
and you have that kind of, well, it is the magic. It's
Hmm.
that magical energy of the spirit. It just, it's that ethereal space. It's so much of the time we make it into something that is either scary or confusing. And the energy that you hold in it is that, well, I mean, it is the wizard. It really
Totally.
is.
That's it. That's what I'm all about. Is like, yeah, there are right the heaviness and the challenges of life and our journey here, and part of the earthly experience and the training here that we go through. But I found for myself and for others, like the more we can tap into that playfulness, right, that purity of the curiosity of the inner child, right, and that's the magic, and then bring that forth even in those challenging times. How can we bring a bit of that joy and that play and the imagination into whatever's happening? And I believe that's our magic, our divine power, is creativity, is that essence, and can we play with that, right? And there's definitely times that are harder to do so, but if we can start to train that muscle and bring that magic in and that play, then we can move through those challenging times, I feel like, a lot more gracefully, a lot more lighthearted. And if something does challenging happen to us, whatever it is, if we can bring a bit of that magic and play into that and rewrite the script around it, rewrite the story around it, that really can just allow us a lot of healing and openness and expansion and find the gift in whatever happens to us.
The gift.
Mm.
I love that statement right there. That needs to be a post. The gift of whatever happens to us
That's it.
is
That's
that
it.
it's a gift.
Always.
Well, I want to hear kind of where you're at. You talked a little bit about what you're working on right now.
Mm,
I'm going to kind of let you guide where you want this to go because
sure.
I want to highlight because you have so much that you do. I want to talk about what's important to you today.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, the Inner Realms journey, of course, is like my main project that we're just really getting going and getting out the world, and anyone can sign up and check it out for free. And then we've got the whole kids program, the new book, like I said. But the core, I want to say, essence of it is to create this avatar, this mythical higher self version of you, right? Mine's the Elven Wizard, and this developed out of me doing healing work on myself and others for 20 years, and was like, okay, we're clearing out the trauma, we're clearing out the stories, we're clearing out all the stuff. Where are we going? What happens when we clean out the system? To me, it was like your avatar. And some people talk about your higher self, your soul, which is beautiful, but always felt a bit ethereal, right? Like, well, okay, well, that's this luminous being, and I'm the spirit, but how does that translate right into this? So the avatar is sort of a bridge between your human self and your pure spirit, pure energy, and it allows you to step into a new character, new version of yourself, right? And so we've all grown up with our culture and our parents and whatever our experience were, right? And that's all built our character, our ego, our identity. This allows you to kind of pause that script, step into the mythic, step into the higher dimensional aspect, if you will, the multidimensional, and again, the creative and play, create this character, which may evolve and change. Mine's definitely deepened over the last 4 years as I've really stepped into it, and then bring that to life. And each day, I like to tell some of my clients, it's like you date your avatar each day. What is it like? How do you bring it to life? What would, for me, it's like, what would the Elven Wizard do today in this situation, in this experience? And that creates that center point of the Elven Wizard is my joy. It's my passion. It's like the synthesis of all that I am. It's an essence. So I'm in my Elven Wizard. I'm flowing, right? I can slip into Aaron Pyne, and I've got my challenges and stuff, but it gives me a center point to come back to. And then also the people around me, right? All my friends now know me as the Elven Wizard, and even new people meet. Oh, you're the Elven Wizard, yeah, yeah. So it reinforces that's who I am and what I am, and start to shift my story, my movie, right, and my experience into that. And it's very fun and playful for me, and I've seen that with others who have done this and really gone for it. It shifts like a quantum shift from one reality into this one, right? And it might be something, it can be anything, an angel, fairy, whatever. You start to develop this magical character, right? That reorients your mind and your energy and your actions, and you start making shifts, even little stuff like I got to go buy some new clothes. Is this something the Elven Wizard would wear? Yeah, no. This is like something because I feel like other people would want me to wear it, or because it's affordable or whatever. Same with food. Like, is this really what's for the Elven Wizard, right? So even the basic things, or even interactions with people, is this person I'm connecting with, are they supportive of this, or are they like going off on this other thing that doesn't really feel congruent? Okay, let me move on. So you continue to create your life and your story, and then that way things start to support that and help build that and expand you, and then you get to step into it more and more, and it's like you build up this velocity with it. And then that also in the inner realms, you're traveling to different realms, and some are beautiful and light, and there's some that are scary, right? And we all go through that in our day to day here, right? Even going to the grocery store can be a scary realm or a beautiful realm, right? Sometimes, right? Or going to the post office, right? But what this does is it starts to train you that, and some of the realms are these darker experiences or challenging type things that, right? It's a simulation you're doing inside your imagination that helps you retrain how you interface with those challenging experiences in this world. Like, okay, this doesn't feel good. This is a bit tricky right now. Whatever's going on, but I know it's temporary. I know this is just a sequence that I'm going through. It's not the end of the world, and it allows you to bring some of that lightness and that joy and play to those things. So it shifts how you interface. And my experience and what I've been bringing through is like, this is just one journey, this earth journey that we're on, right? It's a beautiful, wild one with all kinds of everything, right? And there's a lot going on right now for everyone. Um, and it's easy to get lost in that and lose yourself and lose your heart and your joy and your creativity and your passion, and get sort of bogged down in those fears, right? And challenges and stress and all that stuff. So doing this kind of work allows you to get really fortified in yourself, right? I feel very fortified. I'm the elven wizard. No matter what's going on around me, no matter if there's a challenge or positive, this is who I am. This is the energy I hold and have sustained and strengthened. And so I can go forth into whatever experience and have that there. And it allows things to shift around me because I'm not falling into the stress and the pain and the sadness that's maybe everyone else is feeling. I can hold that position of clarity and heart open and light wherever I go. Again, sometimes a little bit more challenging than others, but I'm like, okay, well, this is just training. I get to hold that more and sustain that more. So it's all about this integration and uh, awakening for me is coming into this place of who you are and what you really are. That includes and also expands beyond the human experience. And we're getting to evolve into that, right? We're getting to, never before, not a long time, have we had the opportunity to really express ourselves and discover ourselves and bring ourselves to life in new ways. So, how much of that can we bring to life in our situation, right? I've definitely built my life around so it's a little bit easier. And maybe you're got a lot of people around you that wouldn't be up to this. Everyone's in a different state, but how can you start to transform that reality, make that quantum shift? Okay, here's where I'm at. I want to step into this reality, and you become it. And it's funny. I've even seen, I think Joe Dispenza and a few other the big speakers. They talk about quantum shifting, and I've seen some of their books, and they're like, see yourself as this other reality. But they're like, okay, well, you're still going from a human reality to another human experience, right? This is like a bigger shift for me. Like, let me go into my full essence. What is that really outside of the human experience, the fullness of my soul, and then bring that to life and watch what happens. And with a lot of people doing manifestation stuff, it's like, okay, I want the fancy car, the fancy house, or the trip or whatever. Cool, maybe you do, but is that really what your soul came here for? Right? Did your soul expend a massive amount of energy to come in here to get a fancy car? And maybe if you do, cool, but it may not be what it really came here for. So this is like really taps you into that depth of who you are, why your soul came here into this realm of earth. It's not an easy one. So we get to connect into that real essence of being and then bring that to life and then watch the magic happen.
There were so many things that were coming in that was like, okay, ask him this. But then I always want to go back to listening. So I half the time I don't remember.
Sure.
But okay, there was a couple of things.
Mhm.
So first, I want to reflect a little bit on that quantum shift. And I was talking with a friend the other day, kind of because you get to this place almost where your avatar evolves so fast that you really do start to just kind of hang out in more of that abstract frequency where it's almost as if you're rediscovering even that, or you're kind of rediscovering a higher level of your soul, is the way you were speaking. And and then we have reality around us that's trying to shift with us. And so the way that I kind of explained, if there was like a comparison, it would be that, and I had this happen, so I know what this is like. Because when I was 16, I got kicked out of the house for being a party animal, and I was a rebellious child.
Surprise.
And I went to AA because I was like, well, if I was that bad, I must really have a problem. So I went to AA, and then all of a sudden, all of my friends I couldn't hang out with anymore because they all partied. And so I had to have this period of time where I had to reintegrate with life in a new way that didn't include that old version of me.
Yeah.
You do go through this kind of weird time period where you just don't know what to do, and you don't know how to do this for the first time
Mhm.
without drinking with it, and all of these
Mhm.
different things.
Mhm.
And it was really, but what I did is I integrated into spirituality like really hardcore, and that was my journey.
Mhm.
But that's the way that I feel like so many people feel when they're trying to shift at such a high level. So I want to kind of go into using the avatar and kind of yeah, because I just know I can hear everyone. It's like, yeah, let's go there.
Love it. Yeah. I mean, that definitely can happen. And that's, a lot of people call it, right, the dark night of the soul or ego death. There's the process of shifting identity. And right, our identity is obviously connected to elements around us, people and places and activities and things like that, right? Very much part of our culture and human nature. And in the past we'd be maybe in a village and you're kind of stuck with with who you got, right? And we're in an interesting time where maybe that's true, but we also have opportunity to connect with different people and different experiences. And so um, it can take courage, right, to make those steps and like, okay, I can't hang out with those people anymore, right? So I can't be doing that thing. But once you move through that, you'll be thanking yourself for that, right? And be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so much happier now. I'm healthier. I'm more vital. More excited. Things are more in alignment, and you'll start to let go of those things that have been a drain. And I was actually working with a client the other day, and there's a lot of this connection, this stuff that was like not really part of who she was or what she wanted, but she was just so enmeshed in these things, and it kind of felt like she had to. So we cleared a lot of that, almost like hooks and energetic holds in her system, and releasing that. As she did that, then more of her actual, her own soul force, her avatar essence was able to flow into her and right open her up and relieve a lot of anxiety and stress in her system. So usually if we're in those situations and we're feeling the anxiousness, it will actually calm our system and open us up to become more of who we are and what we are here for. And that is part of one of the obstacles of this course, of this maze, is to get kind of lost in those other things that aren't for us, or maybe there was something there we need to learn, right? And then like making like the move, like, okay, I'm done with that. I got what I needed to. Again, it's kind of like the realms. So in the inner realms journey, there's these different meditations that take you to the different realms. They're all connected on the tree of life. So even those dark realms, even the drinking and the partying realm, right? Or the realm of the gangs, or all crazy stuff. It's a realm. There's an experience there that your soul went into for some reason, to learn something, to clear something, to harness something. There's always a treasure there, I like to say. And it's there if you have the imagination to discover what that treasure was for you in that realm. And it can be anything. It could be the drinking, it could be a relationship, whatever. If you can come out of that and be like, okay, there's something there I gained from that I can now apply and will now help me and support me in my next journey. And so that's a big part of the integration process. Like everything you've done, everything you've went to, even the most challenging stuff, there's always a treasure there. If you have the imagination to harness that and bring that forth, it will support you on your journey. And some of this actually comes from some concepts of when I was a teenager playing games like Dungeons and Dragons and these
I
fantasy games, right?
literally feel
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But you would go on these adventures and you'd go to dungeons and different things, fight monsters, and there's always these treasures there, right? And of course, all that came from ancient mythology and ancient stories, where it was the same thing. The hero would go on their journey. I'm doing a mead ceremony, a honey ceremony tonight, honey wine ceremony, which is inspired in part by Norse mythology. And just kind of refreshing my memory and preparing things. And there's a story of Odin, who's kind of the wizard chief god of the Norse. And there's different interpretations of the story, but he basically has to go in this underworld to recover the sacred mead, the precious mead, this honey wine. It's like the drink of the gods, right? It opens up magic and poetry. And so he had to go in the underworld and kind of sneak in there and be in this place of darkness and death. And then he faced the dark goddess who was protecting the mead, and he performed a different ritual. There's different stories where he revealed his magic and his eloquence and almost like challenged him, right? And then he was able to connect with her and recover the meat, the treasure, right? The essence, the magic there. And then he was able to leave that realm. So we all go through that process. So being aware of that and knowing who you are allows you to move through those spaces easier. If we don't have that clear connection with our avatar, it's easy to get kind of lost and just pulled into the realm that you're in and forget about it. From there, also having your allies, physical allies, spirit allies, right? Those I've got Freya, my dragon here, um, who right reminds me and is there to support that process and help me get out of that. That you're not on this journey alone. You've got these allies, whether they're in spirit form or physical allies, that can help you move out of that and continue on your journey.
So I want to go because as you keep tapping deeper into your connection with the avatar, it truly is, the avatar is the identity of the soul, if you will. If
Yeah.
it's like giving the highest part of us an identity, because that's one of the easiest ways to shift is to shift identities, but it's also the hardest thing because we want to identify in what we know. But what I love about what you're doing is that on an innate knowing, we know who we are on a soul level. And
Mhm.
so it really narrows down uh where am I? Right? I have it's like you're either listening to your old reality, the old story, the old beliefs, the programming is what I call it, or you're attuning and learning from this other aspect or frequency of yourself. And I love that you the named this the frequency of magic. Was that what it
Yeah,
was?
frequency of your magic. Yeah.
Magic. It is the magic. So let's
Uh-huh.
go into a little bit about how you would guide somebody into getting to know their soul as the avatar.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can do that, a little mini version of that. On the website, innerrealmsjourney.com site, you can sign up, and there's a 35-minute process that takes you in really deep. And there's some inspiration on the website, angels and elves and fairies and mermaids and warriors and a lot of stuff from archetypal mythical formats to give you inspiration. But the process is really been amazing to get people's feedback. A lot of people go in and think maybe they're this or that or have some resonance. And sometimes that does emerge, and sometimes something completely different emerges. So the process is designed to really take you deep, out of the mind, kind of deep into that soul, mythical dream space, so that that can reveal itself to you and bring that out. So we it's nice to have the mental concepts, but to get underneath that and get out of the stories too, and get into that soul dream mystical space where it can emerge, and there may be something there you didn't think of or even know that will start to come through. And it's been really amazing to see people's experience and how profoundly that affects them, and like, oh, I haven't felt like this since I was a kid, or oh yeah, that's who I am, that's right. And that essence that comes through, and then they have that clear concept, right, that you can begin to play with and bring to life. And I really encourage people to journal or create pictures or artwork and have that up to remind you, right, to help you stay attuned to it as you're making that shift. For me, I'm 4 years pretty full on as much as I can, pretty solid in the oven wizard. But when starting off, it's like there can be that wavering, depending on what's around you, how focused you are. So having those reflections of it around you, paintings, artwork, imagery, whatever helps you start making that shift and bringing it to life.
So what was coming through, I keep going back to this. I must be, I don't know who I'm kind of tuning into here because I keep going back to the place where it's the awareness piece, right? It's like that is the one piece that either makes or breaks us, right? It's that awareness of am I here or am I here? And I love that you're like put something up to remind you. And but then I went back to the story of being in the grocery store, and even being in the grocery store can be intense. And in those moments, do you have a tool that you give people of like, okay, if you have that initial frequency shift, what do you do? And then how do you move into the avatar?
Well, funny, I think it's on my Instagram, one of my social media. I did some videos of me going to the grocery store in my full wizard outfit with the whole hat and the cloak and everything. Oh, got the hat here, right? Like
I love
walked
it.
in full on, right? And I've done the airport a lot too. So that for me was a huge like to just like boldly go in, with that full on, and that definitely shifted that. Um, but yeah, again, the reminders, and I go in the store. I'm kind of in my own world now a bit, right? Of course, I engage with people and whatnot, but like holding, okay, well, with the Elven Wizard like to eat this week, right? And holding that as my intention. If you something else, if you have a grocery list, draw your avatar on there, right? Having it around you, have it on your phone, have a picture on your phone. So those little reminders, or even right, I've got all this like magical jewelry, right? So you know, 4 years ago, I didn't really wear a lot of jewelry, and now the last few years, I'm like, oh, of course, the Wizards got magical rings and trinkets and stuff, right? So I've, have these, and they all remind me. So I have that. Of course, they strike up conversations, and people, are, oh, look at that ring, and da da da, right? And it opens up. So it's like I'm just again generating that reality into physicality as much as I can.
Mhm.
right? And bringing that to life. And it's going to be a little bit different for each of you. You know, again, what kind of shirts do you wear? Does your avatar wear, or make sense to you, or remind you of that, or having the imagery in the your car, things like that. So we continue to build that in your home, right? We also build your sanctuary, which is the home world of your avatar in the meditations. So then,
Mhm.
okay, is my life, is my home similar to that? Can I start to make shift my home to be more in alignment with that as well? So it's kind of a fun creative process to like re-script your life, and you know, piece by piece, beginning to bring that into every area, and then that's just magical things start happening. You know, the more I show up as the wizard, the more people are like, oh my gosh, you're the wizard, right? That makes sense, right? And then it like clicks in for them, and then they can feel safe to then do more of who they are and bring that to life, right? So I feel like as we also are around each other and remind each other of that, like, okay, it just kind of, we get to snap back into place of who we are. And then as you do this creative stuff, right? As I've done everything to become more of the wizard, it also draws forth more of that energy into me, into my mind, into my heart, into my being. I get to be that. It's not as much of a mental concept of, oh, that's me in some other dimension or place. It's like I get to be the wizard, and the more I play in that and show up in that, the more magical things happen around me all the time. So it's letting go of the, I want to say, the other stuff, the other stories, the anxiety, and just like I get to be this. I get to be me, who I really am in this world, finally. And then the magic happens.
The magic happens.
Mhm.
What do you feel about can we do like a little mini process for people to meet their avatar?
Totally. Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna remove my pin so that you are big. All right, Aaron,
All right.
get away.
Perfect. So invite you, if you're comfortable, you can sit, you can lay down, whatever works for you, as long as you can hear me. And closing your eyes and dropping into your breath, allowing your breath to expand and deepen, letting your breath massage your body. Each breath, you're letting go of everything outside of you, everything that's been, just deepening and softening the breath as best as you can. And as we go here, I'm going to be also speaking in some of my magical languages that are there to support you, and just simply let them flow around you like bird songs or a breeze. They're there to assist you. As you continue to breathe, allow the body to soften a bit, relax a bit, maybe settle deeper into the chair. As we call forth and open a sanctuary of magic around you, with the four elements of earth, air, fire, water, east, south, west, and north surrounding you, creating a safe space around each of you individually and us as a group. Breathing, opening your body and your cells to receive this new dimension, this greater expanse of who you are. Feeling your feet and your root, the base of your spine, connecting down into the earth like tree roots. We invite the essence of the earth, the heart of the earth, to come up to support you in this process, to provide you with new life force. And as you breathe in, imagine to the best of your ability, breathing up life force. I usually see it as a bright green, emerald green energy rising up to aid you, feeling your body, your cells, nourishing every part of your body, especially any areas that you know are a bit challenged, letting them be cleansed and purified by the earth, as well as the elemental energies, just receiving, opening up. Each breath draws in these energies with your intention, your imagination to support you in this process. Each breath out, releasing all that has been, all that is going on in the outside world. Right now is about you rediscovering yourself. And with another breath, we begin to open up a connection into the realms above, into the celestial realms, the divine realms. And through this portal, imagining or intending it, or just feeling it, or just knowing it as best as you can, trusting and envisioning a multicolored, iridescent rainbow sort of energy swirling down, coming into this space, surrounding you, flowing into you. The energy of the connection into the higher realms, and it begins to embrace you and begins to lift you up, taking you up through the space, taking your spirit, your essence, your consciousness out of this human space for a little break. Raising you up beyond space and time, beyond this earth, taking you somewhere far away. Taking you back to the very home of your origination. Taking you to another place where the energy begins to slow and opens into a space of joy and wonder, a beautiful place. Perhaps a garden, a forest, a magical ocean, on a mountain, floating through the clouds, somewhere full of light. Another deep breath, you begin to settle into this place, letting your mind's eye, as best as you can, begin to formulate and discover and create this place. Attuning as best you can to the feeling of this space. And if you're having any challenge with that, just imagine somewhere beautiful you've been before. Creating this new space. Smiling, allowing your heart to open to receive this place. And perhaps you see me appear there, or perhaps just hear my voice as an ancient elf in emerald green appearing in my full wizard form, welcoming you back home. Ancient one, I honor you for your epic journey, your courage and bravery to go down to that realm of earth with all of its strangeness. But today I'd like to invoke you back onto yourself, back into the magic, the glory, the wonder, the joy, the creativity, the power, and the passion that is within you, that's always been there. And maybe you've just forgotten a bit that happens down there in the realm of earth, I hear. So for today, for you, I've prepared this magical crystal to aid you in the avatar mana crystal. And the wizard hands you a shimmering, glowing crystal of power. Within it, you see symbols swirling, magical energy. It's radiating and pulsating with power. Within this crystal is the essence that you've forgotten of your avatar. And here I invite you to open this, and I'll aid you so that it might remind you and stir within you the true essence of your original avatar, your expanded self. Take a few deep breaths. Allow your curiosity, your creativity, your imagination to play here. There's no right or wrong, simply allowing the true essence to emerge and reveal itself to you. And take the crystal, feel it rising up as the wizard begins to chant. Gendianda lalandrai vandanye varandrai vataihe walaki walakishwanye walahue walahi onuya vaturi trai vaturia. And the crystal begins to crack and open and shift and change, energy swirling out, pulsating around you. And from within it, a form begins to take shape. Using your imagination, and allowing it to unfold. It's both revealing and creating at the same time as it opens up. Noticing the form it takes. Perhaps it's familiar, perhaps something different. Just playing here, like a child, like an artist, like a director creating this character, letting it formulate. What does it look like? What is it wearing, if anything? What does it feel like? Bold and powerful, shy, wild? How does it move? What kind of magic does it have? Allowing yourself to play. How does it speak? Is it ready yet? Is it willing to step more into the human world, to come alive within you? Once in a while, they can be shy. So we want to invite it in to come play. Its gifts, its magic, its unique essence is so needed here on the earth to help others, to help the world, to help the planet, and to help itself, for it is connected to you. Perhaps it has a name or something it would like to be called for now. Notice how it feels to see and witness this avatar, this being, this aspect of you. Throughout the human history on the realm of Earth, there's been many mythical legends, gods and goddesses of all sorts and forms, powerful beings, masters that have laid forth templates, inspiration for us in the past. But now it is your turn. It is your time to step into your true divine essence, your mastery, your avatar self, and bring that to life, to walk boldly, bravely, joyously within the realm of Earth. If you feel ready, I'll begin the avatar unification sequence for you to merge, to step into your avatar. If you're ready, take a deep breath. Denyanalindra, Dyanalalandra, Hunishirayanindara Uttara. Envisioning your energy, your essence, connecting and opening with this avatar. Banhyandra Rupuirahira, unifying with it. Tindyasaraku, you stepping into it, it's stepping into you, you merging with it. Teshranra lalindre wakairahu, and sacred union. Kishke lalundra, dissolving your human self into this, allowing this to merge and become and expand you. Vanyandra, ye lalindi, valakira, si lalindra, lalai, wa, rawa, feeling your energies merge. Betalaka, you become the avatar, shifting your point of reference, your point of identity into this new form as best as you can. Belalindra, la rondala cara, Rika, Sandra, Kora, Ora. Imagining becoming it. What does it feel like to step into this form? Noticing its body, its essence, its energy, its qualities, as you become this character that you really are. Kashkandra, Atala, Akira, Ora, Era, Narendra, Kura. Breathing it deeply in. Disande, Sarandra, Kura. Letting yourself receive this gift that you are, that you so deserve, that you've been looking for, maybe in all the other places. And with another deep breath, we're going to bring this avatar back from this magical place and let it flow across the realms and dimensions into your human reality, into your human body. And perhaps your avatar remembers how to do this and begins to open up its own energy bridge. And I'm also there to support you as needed to make the quantum leap from there to here into your body. So with another deep breath, we open up that rainbow iridescent bridge and energy again. That portal surrounding, gathering up your avatar, all of its magic, all of its essence, its joy, its power, its wonder, its creativity. And imagine yourself traversing across space and time, across what's known as the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge, the bridge between the worlds, traversing all the way back towards this beautiful planet Earth, back towards your home or wherever you are, and letting that avatar begin to flow down, dripping, flowing, surging into your body, into your energy systems, into your consciousness. You might move Need to stretch or sound as it arrives. Feel the earth rising up in excitement to connect and support you, bringing that in and sustaining that in your body, in your cells, flowing into your body, providing more life force to your consciousness, to your body, to your cells, to your organs, to your bones, and letting that expand through you. The earth energy rising up again to support and help ground and stabilize that force, that identity, that magic, that frequency that you are into this body, allowing it to emanate from you, radiate from you, from your heart, into the space around you, right? Into your room, into your home, out into your community, into your world, that you get to be and explore, experience the true essence that you are. You get to discover that and bring that to life. And let it cleanse and open up your system, your energy, to be more of you. As we unravel anything that's not you, that's no longer aligned with who you are and your avatar, at your own pace and your velocity that is appropriate for you to begin to dissolve out of your system, out of your energy. To allow your own avatar energy, your own frequency of magic to expand out through your body, through your energy systems. And attuning again to the four elements, the four directions there to support you. Earth, air, fire, water. You need to hold that sacred container around you. And as you feel complete, slowly, gently awakening anew, as if you were exploring your body perhaps for the first time, right? Like a new taking of this form, this biosuit, this outfit, exploring, stretching, moving. Smiling. Welcome back.
It's a whole new world.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So amazing, Erin.
Mm-hmm.
Love your
Good.
work. I just,
Thank
it's
you.
so pure. You're amazing.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Well, let's open it up to if you guys can come back enough to to have questions or to share who your avatar is. I'm going
Yeah.
to encourage you as you speak to speak as your like through your avatar.
Yes. Yes.
Isabel.
An honor to be here.
Mhm.
I had a really magic experience, but I had two avatars. Um, so, somehow they both make a space for each other. But how do I
Handle
resonate with
that.
it?
That does happen. I say I always suggest people play and explore. You might find sometimes it's good to focus with one and start there and build that relationship. If you can handle two, you can do that. But you like kind of pick one, see what maybe makes sense now, and then expand, right? And sometimes, yeah, you might be like, okay, this one avatar is more appropriate for this or that. They're different parts of you. So you can definitely build them both. Definitely for everyone. After this, journal, draw, make sketches, find artwork. that, you know, is supportive. Maybe you won't get the exacts, but get something close that will help you. But yeah, play with that, and you know, do the meditation again. You might feel like, okay, this one's stronger right now, or this one's maybe later on. I've had different people have multiple have happen or evolved as well. So, you know, definitely can happen. So play with it. You know, you've got two new friends to explore, right? You're welcome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Does anybody else have a share or a question for Erin? I think everyone's like went so deep with that, right?
That happens.
Um,
Yeah, I'll say again, like make sure to take the time to develop that afterwards. If that was a super condensed version of what's on the website, so you can go in there and go back and do it again and help kind of bring through more of that for you as well. And then, like I said, then it's like that dating process. Like you met somebody new that you're interested in. So each day kind of check in with them and find out, you know, what could I do to bring them a bit more to life? Is it get an artwork? Is it maybe go buy a magic hat, or, you know, a ring that symbolizes it, or you know, maybe you saw them at the beach or the forest. Can I go spend some time there and like be with them there, right? What would they like to eat? Like, you know, I'm gonna go get some of that food. So you continue to play with that, and that allows you to start making those micro shifts in your life that align with it, right? And that's just like if you're dating somebody, that's like invites them in. Oh, they're paying attention to me. Okay, right. So it starts to build that relationship with them inside of you, and that brings them to life.
Is everybody, do you have any? I just keep going to you, Jody. Do you have something you want to share? You're like
She
right
was
in
in
the
it.
middle of my screen, so.
She's in the hot seat, the
I
magic
just,
seat.
I just like for me, it's just a continuation. Like I've done this whole thing all week. Like I'm sobbing today,
Mm,
all day.
mm.
And you know, I mean, well, I mean, Jesus, my fairy is just so beautiful, or
Mm,
it was a fairy. You know what I mean? And
right.
like from nowhere in a split second, and just listen, I am not someone when I meditate or just get quiet. Like I don't have a lot of visuals, you know, it just, that's not how it comes. It's more an experience. And, but this was like immediately, I can just talk about it, right? So
Yeah.
it's literally the word peony.
Nice.
And then just this, and then it was this conversation, well, not with words, but this exchange of
The heart. Yeah.
what she actually looked like,
Mm.
you know, which was like, and I was like, it's funny, you know, because it was like, you know, then the flower peony came in the back, and I think it's a peony. I'm not even sure if what I'm imagining is a peony. I'm going to look it up afterwards.
Right.
But and it was literally like, how are you shaped? It was a very very visual. Like I can't. It's just you know, it was just a very. It was like almost like she was teaching me how to draw her kind of, and again, very unusual for me. And you know, then it just was just, it's just so much pink. Like I mean,
Mm,
Mm.
mm,
just a lot of
mm.
pink,
I
like
love it.
really just vibrant pink,
Mhm. Mm.
and so playful. You know, when my daughter, when my one of my daughters, when I was raising her, I mean, she had so much fairy energy. And we used to, I mean, our entire life is fairies. I have photo albums and photo albums of fairies
I love
and
it.
in our gardens and costumes. And,
Mm,
you know, I think it's just really this child
mhm.
like thing that has sort of been locked away.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. Beautifully done. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
I
That's
love
it.
you, honey.
I love it. Well
I'm
done.
like,
Well
oh
done.
my God.
That's what it
I
is.
just, it was
It is so
beautiful, really
good.
That's it.
beautiful. This whole week, everybody, if you just go, these this week has been invaluable. It's
Mm.
very, very special. And really, Aaron, I can feel you like the cherry on the, like what Jules was saying, like it actually feels that way to me, you know? And so just thank you.
Such an honor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for diving in. Yeah, I love it. That's it. To me, these other realms, like I kind of said in meditation, right? We came in from all over the place, all different forms across the vast cosmos into the human experience. And I didn't share this before, but like this is your vast avatar, right? That fairy self, that magical self, and it's gotten kind of squished and wrapped up into the human story, right under all this stuff, and it's locked away for most of us. And so this is, a lot of people are doing the healing work to like unravel those things. This just, to me, it's like, let's just go up there and see who you really are, and then just start bringing that in, and that just starts to unravel a lot easier. It's kind of like going somewhere on a vacation, like instead of just going turn by turn, like, oh, okay, this is where I'm going. I'm going to Florida, or I'm going to Costa Rica, and then I can bring that in versus just like wandering around. Okay, let me just heal, heal, heal. Where am I going? So we got that, you've got that clear essence and beautifully shown to you. And now it can just start to flow into your life with a lot more ease and grace and play, and just play with it. That's the magic.
And the avatar, which again just couples right on top of the work that I've been doing with Jules. I've never worked with avatars until now, and it's so, it really works for me. Let's just put it
Yeah. Awesome. I love it.
We need to get you some fairy wings,
Yeah,
Jody.
totally.
You have to show up in fairy wings from
Totally.
now on. We'll get you a little wand.
Totally.
Thanks, you too. Thanks,
You're
everyone.
welcome.
Thank you, Jody. All right, Aaron. Well, we're about out of time. Do you have anything you want to kind of sum all this up with, and then do a shout out to your website as well, so
Yeah,
people can go and do the longer version of this?
perfect. Thank you. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, it's continue to play with it and tap back into that joy, that creativity, right? It is very childlike, and that's what a lot we've lost, right? We're told to grow up. Kids go this naturally, and that's why I'm very excited to go in the hospital and be able to bring this to the kids there, and help them sustain that. We've had kids do the kids program, and even several years later we talk to them, and they still are like very clear in the avatar, and it's developed even more. And so it's become that inner foundation, right? It's that inner, yeah, that's the foundation of being who you are, right? And having that to really keep you honed into that, because the world's, going to continue going through whatever it's going through. Whatever you want to say about it, it's happening, and things are going to keep happening. So if you have that focal point within you, like, just like, people tell me about the news or this going on, or I'm like, that's great. This is who I am. This is why I'm here. And so I'm going to keep bringing that out, whatever is happening, so it gives you that point to lock into and sustain and bring to life, and that's where the magic is. So just play with that, develop that, explore each day. I think I mentioned I wake up and say, what would the elven wizard do today? So that's like my my mantra, right? Right, what is the elven wizard going to do now? I got so many things I'm doing, but what is the elven wizard going to do? How am I going to show up in this way? And that continues to just evoke. It's like I'm calling forth that higher self into my day by asking myself that. So yeah, you guys can go to innerrealmsjourney.com. You can do the free trial, which gets you through your avatar setup. That's about 35 minutes, beautiful music and soundscapes. It's like an immersive experience. You learn a bit more about the tree of life in the realms, and then you can go on further. The next one takes you to create your sanctuary, which is the home world of your avatar, which is also very powerful, to have that place to go to, right? It's like to take a break from here. There's sleep meditations for that. There's lots of realms. You can get the new book. Let's see if I can drop that out here. So this just came out. I just got 1,000 of these a couple months ago. It's funded on Kickstarter, so very excited about this. So this beautiful artwork, inspiration, explains all the concepts you're gonna do. There's ideas, inspiration for avatars in there. All right, and then the second part is a journal, and it's structured to help you lay out your avatar and your sanctuary and your realms, right? All the different things. So this really helps you to bring it to life, and you've got this magical companion, right, to help you stay connected to it.
Amazing. You just
Uh, they and I'll drop you can go to elvenwizard.com, and that's more me personally, where I do all kinds of other classes. I've got a dragon class coming up, mead ceremonies, one-on-one training and sessions and stuff as well. So that's at elvenwizard.com or aaronpyne.com. We'll get you there too.
beautiful. And we'll have those all in the show notes for you guys. So you don't have to remember it right now.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Aaron. Thank you so much for just bringing your love and your light and just that pure energy that always is just shining so bright. I mean, you truly are the frequency of magic. It's just your magic. It's amazing.
Thank you. Such an honor. Thank you for seeing and inviting me on here and giving me space to share the magic.
Of course, it's my pleasure. And thank you, everyone, for just
Thank you.
bringing your purity and your light and connecting into this beautiful container. We couldn't do it without you. And one more shout out that just press that like and subscribe to our YouTube so we can continue to do fun events like this because it really does strengthen the field of that source field that we're in creation of. And I'm just going to send you all so much love. Go play in your avatar, go discover what is next from that frequency. And next time I see you all, I want you showing up as your avatars. Fairy
Yes.
wings. I don't know what yours were, Isabel, but let's all do
Send me
it.
pictures.
All right, my loves. So much love, Aaron. Thank you
Magical
again.
blessings. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Have a beautiful day, beautiful weekend, everyone.